whether you've been on set for 1 day or 1,000 days, we want the same thing. We want to feel safe to do our work. And so it's a very simple job. I need to make sure that everybody is on the same page, that we all know where we're heading and how we're going to head there. So I think communication is the key. If you let people know where you're marching, it's often helpful. And I think there's a lot of hiding of information occasionally in show business, and I like to try to share the information. Well, by having flesh and blood, by having two people look at each other eye to eye, soul to soul, there's an emotionality that we knew we could access, that we were really excited about. And also, by having Catherine in the middle of water, it feels different. That sense of danger and adventure is much more heightened, I think. And I think that makes all the payoffs for the sort of epicness of the story pay off. And then, of course, you want to be able to release the tension with the comedy, right? So there's a lot of hey-hey in this movie. We're giving the people what they want. There's a lot of hey-hey in this movie. And that's the thing you also know, is that you have Dwayne arriving. Dwayne's going to come and embody Maui for the first time in this way, and you want to meet that moment. So we want to try to build a world so we understand what Moana is fighting for and what she cares about. So when she intersects with, the so-called villain of our story, there's real conflict there. The key was, where do we need music? And Lynn and I have been doing this since 2002. So we're almost 25 years into this. I don't know, what is this? My gosh. This guy is he's really worrisome. I think if he listens to what people say, he might actually become something. Lynn and I, really since May of 2002 when we met, we've been examining storytelling through music. We've been trying to find where is a moment that needs to be expressed musically because dialogue is not sufficient. And when we looked at this film, they did that so beautifully. Every time we examined something, it didn't feel like it was as natural as we wanted it in terms of how it was flowing out. So when we got to the end of the film and we knew what we had, we realized that something that we could do that we hadn't done in the film was have Moana and Maui sing together. And then we said, what's better than that? Two Moanas and Maui singing together. And once we said that out loud, I saw Lynn's eyes get big, and I've been doing this with him a long time. And when the eyes get big, just get out of the way, because the song's coming. And very shortly after that, the song emerged. Wow, this movie was filled with so many moments that really I had to step back and take that mental picture of. The first day we stepped on set and I was in the village, and we built that village practically, and I was in the middle of Motunui, which was, football fields worth of sets and real fales 30, 40 feet high with 200 actors. I thought, how could this get any better? And then we started singing, and I looked over and Lynn was to my right, and there was the cast. And I just thought, this really is about as good as it gets.